I saw when I was a kid. So I was wondering, did you have a favorite Disney movie growing up?
Oh my gosh. Well, I should start with, I feel exactly the same way as you. Like this movie really reminded me of kind of like the classic family films Disney started making, in like the 50s and 60s, and it yeah, I think it's all the more poignant because of that, because it kind of brings me back to that time. My favorite Disney film, I mean, I would probably say The Little Mermaid, because it came out when I was in, I think, like third grade, and I have red hair, and I was like, so that means I'm Ariel. And I would constantly try to sing like Ariel, and I used to wear a leotard. This is actually terrible. I would wear a leotard, and I would tie my legs together and throw myself in the pool and try to survive, essentially. So yes, I was deeply influenced by The Little Mermaid.
Okay. You play a park ranger in this movie who loves the outdoors, and I have to say the scenery was just breathtaking.
Yeah.
Do you have a similar love of the outdoors?
I do. When I was a kid, I spent all of my time outdoors. I grew up in Connecticut, and so there are beautiful forests, and I actually, looking back on it, I'm just like, where were my parents? Like I'm the oldest of four, and I just feel like they trusted me, and I would kind of wake up early in the morning and just venture outside and go very deep into the woods and run back when it was starting to get dark. And that was my whole childhood. So getting to shoot this in New Zealand and to spend so much time in the forest, it was like therapeutic in a way. Plus, there are no predators in New Zealand, so there's no fear. Like, you don't need to be as aware, you can really lose yourself in those walks, which is pretty magical.
The little boy who plays Pete in this movie is so adorable, so amazing. Is there any kind of a technique for working with child actors as opposed to adults?
I mean, the experiences that I've had working with young actors has been through and through perfect. I think kids they're more used to playing pretend, like they're closer to that space that you're in when you're a young kid, where your imagination is just endless, and you can, like with my kids, I'll just out of nowhere be like, there's lava on the ground, and they're like, ah, they can just get there in a second. And the same is the case for working with Oaks and Una, and they were just so game and present and fun and professional and remarkable. I mean, it's like a lot of folks have asked me, like, how is it working with a dragon that's not there? And I have an answer for that. But when I think about Oaks and what he had to do, I mean, his entire, almost all of his scenes are with Elliot, and he was so natural and real and honest, and he was acting opposite nothing. And I just find him so impressive.
Very impressive. He was wonderful.
Yeah.
In this movie, Pete is raised by a dragon. In The Jungle Book, Mowgli is raised by wolves. Tarzan is raised by apes. If you could choose an animal, who would you want to be raised by?
Meerkats. I love meerkats. They stick together. They're a close family. They're like hyper vigilant, always kind of looking out on the horizon, planning for things. I really relate to meerkats, and I feel like I would fit in well with their community.
And finally, one last question. What's next for you? What can we hope to see you next?
Oh, okay. So Pete's Dragon comes out August 12th. It's right around the corner. And then I am in an episode of Black Mirror, which is it was a British show, and now it's on Netflix. And Joe Wright directed that episode. He's one of my favorite filmmakers of all time. And then I also did a film called Gold, opposite Matthew McConaughey, and that will be coming out later this year.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to seeing you in many more projects.
Thank you.